Yu-Gi-Oh! Supreme Generation was created by the Shining Magia. Link description below. Now, normally I do 1 or 2 at a time or something like that, but these episodes are generally so short, you're getting 6 in 1. Why not? Anyway, episode 1 is called A New Beginning. Link description before, of course. I don't know if I said that already, but better safe than sorry. And here's all of our cast of characters in this one. Watch the theme song through the entire length. I say that it is. Dear Carla... Okay, so she's been accepted into Dual Academy then. For the next 2 days. Alright, that's nice. A little bit of walking animation there for the gacha. Nothing wrong there. I'm here. Hello. And 2 hours later, get on the boat. And we are just flying through this, aren't we? Well, screw your setup. I'm surprised we didn't just start there already. Ancient Rules Summon Dark Magician. Incantation, Advanced Ritual Art, Chaos Form, Xian Spy, Advanced Ritual Art. Blue Eyes White Dragon. It always ends with Blue Eyes White Dragon. Chaos Max. Murder. Okay, so I understand what happened, actually. After the exams... What rank did y'all get? I got Obelisk Blue. So they both got Raw Yellow, despite losing our matches. 90% sure it was only... Yeah, I probably just got him because he got good grades. Well, hey, that's good to see. 2, possibly be continued. Well, guess what? There were 5 more after this. I understand exactly what happened. She activated the Advanced Ritual Arts thing in order to send the Blue Eyes White Dragon to the graveyard with Chaos Max. But the The incantation was summoned and showed the Advanced Ritual Arts supposed to summon it. Then activated Xian Spy to give the incantation to the opponent. And then with the Advanced Ritual Art, summon Chaos Max Dragon and kill the incantations. And since incantations have 0 defense and double piercing damage, that was game. Probably not a great sign that I was able to figure out the combo entirely instantly, but hey, you know, what can I say? I know some incantation and Chaos Max. I've seen it enough times that I've pretty much gotten it down to a science. But yeah, that was your first intro. It was freaking fast, that's for sure. What happened in this episode? Our main character, Carla, I assume, got accepted into Dual Academy, got into Dual Academy, went all the way to Dual Academy, had her entrance exam, and managed to get to Obelisk Blue while her friends got into Raw Yellow, and all that was set up in about... How long was the runtime again? 1.5 minutes? Man, GX Episode 1, eat your heart out, dude. You didn't even get into Obelisk. You got Slifer Red for the entire school year. Step up your game, guys. Alright, that's enough of that. On Episode 2, I guess. Now we have Episode 2, The Raid, Part 1. You have to sit through the intro every single time, folks. If you don't like it, skip about 20 seconds. Anyway, let's see the names. Adam, Max and Amelia, Jake, Natalia, or Natalie, and then there's the main girl, Carla herself. Main character that's a female, a little bit not seen as much. Now this guy's trying to gather the sacred beast, and I think he said I read calculus, but I might have been wrong there. Animation on the boat isn't too bad, going across the ocean, could just be a straight line. And some pieces of... Look what they need to do to carry a fraction of our power. Wasn't that basically the plot of an episode of... Ooh, okay, the animation's gotten better on the walking. Episode of GX, the entire freaking, like, U.S. Army was called in order to deliver some trading cards. Okay, it wasn't the U.S. Army, but I'm American. Saying U.S. Army comes naturally. Shit. Oh, jeez! The helicopter crashed. So it's the raid of the bad guys then. 3 minutes later, they're dueling people. Well, I have set up and actually explained things. We can just skip right to the action. Yeah, they got the Sea of Ori Calcamalos. This guy's dead. He's got a Cyber Egg Dragon against Cyber Angels. Oop, Takini, that'll cause some problems for you. Ooh, that's some big number. Demon deserve a battle X-Champion. Okay, it's just... Okay, so apparently it's a... X-Champion. This guy's facing off against 3 guys with shared life points. Wow. 3 guys. Can't do anything. Okay, well this guy can at least do something. I'm not about to announce my actions. Azuma. Oh boy. Azumina. Hello Azumina. Aniatos do it of effect. Up. Regenesis Dragon, Regenesis Archfiend. I'm just gonna summon these guys, and you're gonna have to deal with it, like it or not. Time to commit murder. Goodbye. Remember, they're all sharing life points, so bonk, biff, bash. Alright, good game. I killed 3 people at once. Jeez. I was about to be like, so the bad guys just not winning any of these duels? Well, apparently it just took a soul thanks to evil heroes, so they're winning some of these duels, I guess. Just freaking like... Okay, so what happened in this episode? An evil bad crew invade right after the duel exam and now are taking people's souls through the Ori calculus, at least attempting to, because our heroes seem to be doing a pretty good job fighting them off already. Again, why would you have any setup or anything like that? You could just go straight to the action and just... Just get to the main thing, I guess. How do we get to the end of our story as soon as possible? Just fast forward. If this was a book, it would be about the size of a children's book. And then the bad guy showed up and lost. The end. That's not even fair to a children's book. They're written better than... Okay, well maybe I'm being a little too harsh. This was their first couple episodes. No one's first couple episodes are like 10 out of 10 grade 12 material. I mean, some episode ones are better than others, but, you know, I can't be too mean on the first couple episodes. I mean, they're still a noob, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see if they get better from here, because speed demon this son of a bitch, but hey, you know, maybe they'll slow down and they have the setup out of the way. Let's find out episode 3. Now the raid part 2 of episode 3. Let's see what will happen now that the raid's underway. Been going in pretty fast forward mode so far, but again, hey, we were just trying to set the characters, I guess, in the main plot. Maybe things will slow down a little bit and we'll have a chance to read. I mean, the episodes get a little longer with time after all. The first episode's a minute 30, now we're at 3:30, so... And the intro is only about 25 seconds, so... There's a little bit more time now. Okay, dragged away in a helicopter, off to a good start. Okay. Someone who could help us out, and they are underground duelists who can help us take some risks to find him. Well, it's worth a shot. So to deal with this Ori calculus stuff, we're gonna go find a dude who can help us out. I mean, it's a plan at least. Now we're gonna enter the Shadow Realm. Now entering the Master Realm, or the Master Realm, that works too, I guess. So we're in cyberspace, I guess? What the hell? I think the portal engulfed our entire city. And the mountain over there with the green beacon tells me everything that's been sent to in the road. So we've been isekai'd, all of us. Great. Here we are, 15 minutes later. Oh, synchro summon time. I know synchro summon Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. Attack him directly. Face down card, cross out designator. How's that gonna help? Activate effect of the dragon, negate the effect you gain 500 attack points. That was only with traps. Maybe it spells and traps. It's been a hot minute. The Star's effect. Okay, here comes Regenesis with the Star Vengeance. I didn't even know this thing existed, but I'm so used to seeing Star herself. Thunder End Dragon. Okay. Nuke the board and then attack directly. Magic Cylinder, you son of a gun. Good game. Well, at least he takes it with pride. I mean, sometimes your opponent hits with your Magic Cylinder. It's like, you know what? Fair. I like his outfit, for what it's worth. Kind of looks like a Red Dragon Archfiend in a way. Makes sense. Let me guess, we're childhood friends. She won like 7 tournaments down here. That's a good way to find out. Well, guess what? She knows now. Apparently she's a world champion. At least another round champion. Why use mediocre cards? Okay, so these mediocre cards so the opponent will underestimate them. And this guy knows the supply chain. Trying to beat this Artifact Society. That's the name of the gang, I guess. Regenesis is decent, and you should make a lot of use of the Xyz monsters. You can easily get a good board. As for Carly, I have an entire new deck for you. Chaos Max may be strong, but I don't have cards like Constellar Belt or Floodgate Trap Hole or Dragon Master Magia deck, so I'll give you a secondary deck if needed. Okay, so we're just going to get a freaking ton of decks, I guess, then. Well, then, go ahead and give them the new cards. Well, are you going to do it or not? Seriously, like, don't leave me hanging here, sister. Okay, so we found out that the people who are raiding us is called the Architect Society, and they're collecting souls to do bad things, no doubt. And the reason their decks are so mediocre is because that's the plan, to make them underestimate them. I feel like there are better ways to do that. You could just start playing sloppy with a good deck and then just be like, aha, you fool, I was only pretending to be a moron. But whatever, hey, you know, I'm not going to complain with single little deck variety. Lord knows Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a problem with just like, I'm only seeing the same 3 decks, so I'm not going to, I guess I shouldn't bitch too much, you know. You ask for variety, you get it, and you still complain. Some people just want to bitch. What can I say? It's fun to complain. But whatever. Okay, so the Scarlet King is like the king of the underground who knows about this whole thing. Meanwhile, the girl with Carla has won 7 underground championships, and now these can help us get some new decks to upgrade ourselves and be better against the Artifact Society. Okay, well, with that knowledge and some new decks, let's see what we can do in Part 4. You know, it's funny, I was just commenting about how the episodes are getting longer. This episode's 2 minutes. I really need to start closing my mouth before I speak. It would really solve a lot of problems. But okay, now we have a bit more context about who's attacking us. We still don't know why, but they're an evil organization. We need to stop them, that's the main goal. So, yeah, we can find out about the whole why stuff a bit later. That's okay. After all, that's the mystery of things in the storytelling. Chaos Angel killed a man. Sounds about right. That thing's annoying. Our leader has already started phase 3. Phase 3? What happened to phase 1 and 2? We're just attacking the school, phase 1, I guess. But there goes the Galaxy Eyes user. Okay, so the Supreme Leader, Mark. Mark, I made a steak. A steak?! Yes. Okay. Okay, so now we need to collect some Magician Gods. This is the same place the guy got the frickin' Orichalcos and Sacred Beast stuff? Really? So this is where we get... They were originally owned by the first King Kame's Yugimoto, but after multiple world-ending events, a dual academy, some weirdo named Agami, he returned. All my deities of Egypt, I call upon the defeat of the Seal of Orichalcos once and for all. For if they succeed and stay and succeed their quest, the whole world will fall into chaos. Winged Dragon of Ra, Officer Tormentor, and Slifer the Sky Dragon, we request your aid. To be continued. Wait, then what's the other half of... Oh, credits, of course. How could I have been so silly? Okay, so in this one we learn that they're on to phase 3 of their plan. I feel like we skipped phase 2. This is like that South Park meme where like, step 1, we steal the socks. Step 2, step 3, profit. Like, we just fast-forwarded some parts. Like, I'm not liking the effects or the efforts or anything like that, but it just feels like the story parts are in fast-forward mode. It's like, okay, we're on Dual Academy. So anyway, enough about Dual Academy. Fuck Dual Academy. We're now underground trying to get the Egyptian God cards. Then again, fuck Dual Academy was basically the concept of Season 3 of GX, so what am I to say? Chilling out with the crew in the schoolyard. What schoolyard? What the frig? Anyway, crazy times. But regardless, crazy times, glory days. So we find out the Orichalcos thing, which is off to do bad things, and the guy who's got in the Sacred Beast to try to take over the world or something, or do drown in darkness or some Orichalcos badness. And the Egyptian gods were locked away with Atem, of course. And then Agami came back, and there was a whole end of the world thing, because I guess Agami is now canon to this universe, even though Agami's a manga character, technically speaking, and the whole GX thing is an anime thing. Even though there is a GX manga, but Agami... That's actually an interesting concept, are the mangas canon to each other? I mean, I just assume no by default, but I kind of could assume that for the anime, unless they blatantly say, yes, this is canon to this. But, yeah... It just makes life easier. I don't want to go into one big, giant multiverse conspiracy thingamafudger. It's just easier to say, no, it's its own thing. It just let me sleep at night. But, yeah, okay, so now we will welcome the Egyptian God cards to try to save us from the threat of the Orichalcos and the Sacred Beast. And the Egyptian gods are probably like, oh, great, this shit again? Fine. Well, let's see what the gods can do in Episode 5. Okay, careful now, guys. This one's a beefer of an episode. 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Are we going to be able to hold on? I don't even know how long this video is. It's gonna find out when editing it, but I'm gonna laugh if I find out the end this is any longer than 20 minutes. I'll give myself 20 minutes as the longest, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, we'll find out when I finish editing this son of a gun. Wait. Don't say I don't do anything for you. What's... forget I can go into another zone, but I'm not going to. We've woken the god cards now. Let's see what happens. Maybe they just say no. Or it's the gods from my animation against the gods. We just make humans. Guess we'll find out. Stand down, inferior duelists. Okay, stands down. Well, that was easy. The shared life points are on. I do like that sort of statement, I guess. Just like you can share life points in this. It's neat. Let's hope these new decks can help us out. Lunalite Fusion. Wow, she's not playing around. Moonlight Saber Dancer already. Not a bad first turn play. Oh, Tri-Brigades. Okay. Now I start Link summoning. Oh, the Link 4 already. Jeez. No games. Solid start, I gotta be honest. Use the Earthbound Prisoner Stone Sweeper, special summoning it. Probably gonna go into his Tyrant again. Huh, that's weird. Issues at the start, Hypercore never fixed. What the heck is that all about? I guess there's some weird errors with this duel just to cause problems. I mean, it's supposed to be like the anime version and it's showing the real life of a mistake or something? I don't know. Normal summon Synchron Resonator. I guess that's just random things are going to be a little awkward. Okay, Red Rising Dragon. Revive Synchron Resonator from the graveyard. Then summon Vision Resonator. And with his ability, makes ability can be special summoned, and now you're going to perform a Synchro Summon. No dumping. Yeah, that'll be after the Synchro Summon. Chaos Angel. Okay. I thought it was level 10, not a 9, but like I said, things are going to be a little funky here with this dual disc. Bugs. At least explain it, I guess. Eoctos. Then Regenesis Dragon, and then Regenesis Archfiend. Good old 1-2 combo. If it ain't broke, as they say. I like how Eoctos slowly moves more and more to the side. Okay, I call upon Winged Dragon of Ra. Hello! So I guess the God cards accepted them then. All confusion to go into Blue Eye's Ultimate Dragon immediately. I mean, this will speed things up. Ultimate Dragon in this way through Ultimate Fusion, and then defuse it, I guess. Or no, they go back to the deck, so... I don't think you can bash for this. Oh wait, no, you're going for Magia. Fair enough. Well, everyone's had a turn now. Time to die. Saber's attacked by Chaos Angel, and then Magi attacks the other one, and then Winged Dragon of Ra will attack directly. Well, that was easy. GG no re. Did we just save the world? So, finally, you removed the DVD from my brain. Amelia, she must have let free, but she must have been let free of her mind control. I can't believe you're back. I missed you so much. Who are you? Happy to be back with her best friend, I guess. Don't you love what? It's amazing how we've had, like, we're episode 5 and we still feel like we know nothing. It's amazing to me. It's like you could, like, I know you're gonna fast forward this up and get to the kind. Probably have the story out in your brain, but it's like, we'd like to know the story too at some point. So I guess Amelia got corrupted as her old friend or something like that. Okay, I mean, shows can do that sort of thing where it's like the whole like, oh my god, I know this person, you what? That sort of thing, and just the review would be like, actually we were childhood friends or something to that extent. I guess sort of like, sort of like Blake and Blur's and Plank Lightning's relationship with Eric, just like, oh wait, I know you from this thing. And sort of reveal a bit more about them and all that stuff. But this just kind of feels like, aha, Amelia, you're my best friend. According to when. Just kind of fast forward this part. Just like, I'm here now. Last second we were awakening a god. The next second we're fighting off against Amelia, who's been corrupted by the shadows somehow. Did she lose a duel? Did she get employed? mind control was said, but just like when and where. I just... The duel itself was fine, I guess. It was a friggin' 4-turn duel in which there's 4 people, so fair, I guess. I guess everyone got a turn. It's just, what the frig? A serious... This is one of those where just... I don't know. This... When it said 4 minutes and 30 seconds, I was hoping we might get some story in this one. Then we just got a dueling action. Not that dueling action was bad. Just like, okay, so we call upon the Egyptian gods to stop this Orichalco's threat. I guess we won. You can go back to sleep now, gods. Like, seriously, like, okay, did we win? Well, no, the guy's still out there, but still, it's like, okay. I do not know. This is just freaking speed running this son of a gun. They'd be like, well, maybe you should have done it one at a time. What? And then have release videos that are like 3 minutes? What do you think I'm doing? Jutsus and Oogis again? Like the old days? Simpler times. But, well, I guess we'll see how the story wraps up in episode 6 because there's no episode 7 yet. Time will tell that tale, but until that time, let's move on to part 6. And now the return to normality. Don't you love when a story just wraps itself up like that? The opening credits things is nicely done, I guess. Change up a little bit, show some variety. I don't know. But yeah, the story arc, I guess, is being concluded in this one, or at least we're going to be like, until the next episode, folks. We've saved the day. For now, anyway. Now just here's some footage from the other episodes, I guess. I feel like I'm watching that, Holy episode, or the freaking Holy Dragon and Shadow Wolf thing, but even then that felt like it was a more complete story in that one. At least I could follow what was happening. Now we gotta duel against this puppet guy. On the moon with Apolloneer. Oh wait, sorry, wrong series. Well, we are trying to stop the Sacred Beast, so here's the thing that can get the Sacred Beasts. Additional normal summon due to the beast's effect. Chaos Summoning Beast is here. I did like how they played more into the beast side of it to help give the Sacred Beast support. That was nice. I summon a monster with 0 attack points. I'm sure I'll be fine. What do you mean switch to defense mode, Chaos Max? Well, time to die. Overlay. Or tribute summon Winged Dragon of Ra. Concentrating Current. Contracts of Swords for your win. Well, I don't want to make a contract with you. You freaking lost. I will set the timeline and bring everything back to normal under one condition. I share a body with you and similar how the ancient millennium items work. I cannot take control of my own accord, and you will do whatever you want, as long as everything goes back to normal. Deal. So then everything went back to normal in the sacred timeline because she killed a dude with the freaking Winged Dragon of Ra. Winged Dragon of Ra killed Haman, though, so at least it's thematic in that sense. Even though we think about from the Sacred Beast timeline, you think Raphael would be the leader. I kind of like that beast, the Sacred Beast. The fact that just because they're similar codage to the Egyptian gods doesn't mean they follow the same hierarchy. Things could be a little different there. That's nice. It doesn't have to be like Ra's on top, Cypher at the bottom all the time. Even though Uriah is clearly the punching bag. But, you know, a little diversity for the sacred gods. Stuff like that. But, okay, so here's what happened in this story. Our girl Carla goes to Duel Academy, and she manages to make it to Obelisk Blue while her friends begin in Raw Yellow. Meanwhile, then, like a few days later, she gets attacked, and everyone gets attacked due to the Architect Squad thing, or the Society of Arcadia. I can't remember Society of Light, that's how I hold on. Anyway, the Architect Society attack their academy and start sending people to the Orichalco's thing, do this here Orichalco's, but fortunately, Carla and her friend managed to escape and go to find the underground to find a dude who can help them with this whole situation. And that dude was more than happy to help them and then tells them, if you want the help to beat them, go get the Egyptian gods. So they go, but first they get upgraded to their decks first in order to fight off against the evil foe better. And then with the power of this new deck, they go off and get the Egyptian gods very easily, barely an inconvenience. And then fight off against some girl that I guess was very important to one of our characters, and then our main girl Carla, or not even Carla, I think it was someone else, resets the timeline in order to fix things in exchange for making a deal with the devil and that sort of thing. I guess we were establishing that the world was getting corrupted and sent into some alternate dimension, so I guess the world was slowly being destroyed or something like that. Because otherwise, it's like, why would you take that deal? You won. They lost. Why would you take that deal? Just like if Rise of the Planets ended with actually instead Armageddon makes a deal with Yugioh instead of just dying. I don't know. But I guess in order to reset things and stop things from being totally destroyed, they just made a deal with the bad guys. Like, fine, you can set everything back to normal when you can be my spirit friend devil in my shoulder sort of thing. And thus the day was saved thanks to the Powerpuff Girls. That was the abbreviated version. It is amazing how much happened, and yet so little at the same time. It is legit just like, I feel like, feels like when you like, go online to read about a movie and get a plot summary, and you just get like what happened in the story itself. You don't get the character interaction, you don't get really how they feel. You might get a little bit of vagueness here or there, but overall it's just like, this is exactly the plot of the story. What about the characters? What about the characters? Those are the things I use dual discs with. Like, it's not like it's badly animated or like done. I don't think that Shining Magia was half-assing it or anything like that. That's not what I'm claiming or anything like that. Just what happened? Like, it's so many things happened so fast, and I didn't feel like I got to know much of anyone aside from Carla and the freaking Crimson King dude. And I only remember him because of his outfit. Like, if he just looked like some normal dude, I would have never remembered him. Like, seriously. Then again, you can say that with a lot of anime characters. The only reason I remember you is because of what you look like. I mean, it helps, to be fair. I mean, the silhouette test is a thing. If you can recognize a character based on their outline, you made a good character. And if you can't, well, best of luck. Not saying it's impossible, but good luck is what I'm saying, you know? Oh, yeah, just... That felt like a lightning round. I remember when I was watching Holy Dragon and Shadow Wolf's thing where they made that little like 3-part little series thing where I was more kind of poking in not really at it, just more with it, just like try to decipher like what this means, what that means. I do like Holy's work and all that stuff. I was just more like having fun that they were just like, okay, let's see what this means, let's see what that means, and how we get here. This feels like I was just trying to solve some math. I was like trying to solve a math equation. It was like, I don't know. Just everything was happening so fast and having absorbed so much information was going on, and just to find out in the end, it's just like, oy, so abbreviated. I'm not trying to make a competition of like who's better, who's worse. I'm just saying what I mean when I say like they remind me of Holy's thing. Just in the fact of how I feel like I have to put all this stuff together in order to get the full story of what's happening and what the story is trying to be told, and what the story that was to be told be like. It's a fine story. Let it breathe. Like, I'm not saying you need to have, like, 26 freaking episodes or go on for 6 years or something like that. No siree bob, but just, like, 6 episodes. Each one is about freaking minute 30. Okay, that's a little hyperbolic. Let's say the median is about 3 minutes. Just would be charitable. I feel like you could give it more chance to breathe, but just, And they're pumping out so fast, too. Like, I feel like they were just came out, like, one day after another, and then they stopped for about 4 months. Just... give that a chance to breathe, because I feel like I got to know none of these people, and if I've said it before, and I'll say it again, if I don't care about your characters in your show, why the hell am I watching? Like, seriously, if I don't give any bit of a crap, like, the whole Yu-Gi-Oh thing is a way to get you through the door. You have to be able to keep people in that house. It's, because it just felt like it's so rapidly paced. But hey, you know, this is Shining Magia. This is apparently also supposed to be a prequel to what the actual thing is. Their season 0, I guess. So, it being a little faster paced, I guess, is that explanation for that. It's like, well, yeah, it's just the setup and all that stuff. But when we get the actual main season, and hopefully when we get to the actual main season, things will calm down a little bit, and we'll actually get a chance to breathe and know these people. But yeah, that was their setup story. This feels like a prequel comic or something like that. But it was like 6 issues thrown into one rather than like one big story. Well, at least it wasn't boring. I gotta give it that one. I never sitting there being like, can we fast forward already, get to the end of the scene? Because, well, by the time we got to the end, there was like, Well, I can give Shining Magia credit in the effects work and the walking animations and little tidbits here and there. They weren't half-assing or anything like that. It was just so much of things happening. Wow. Just, wow, dude. Hey. Also, I figured I'd just add one more thing to be clear. And this goes for both Shining Magia and Bob, since they're in the same universe. I may come off like I'm criticizing you constantly and not giving any compliments or something like that, but I'm only trying to do that so I can improve the product and make a better thing at the end of the day. And just tell you, like, okay, this is fine, but these need fixing and, you know, simplifying. And, well, maybe not simplifying because this would oversimplify, but, you know, we need to focus on these things and fix those parts, and then hopefully we can have a better show overall. Because while I have been knocking the writing and stuff like that, that's because that's the part that needs ironing out first and foremost before, like, much else is done. Again, I'm not saying you need to make, like, whole 20-minute episodes or something like that, but just give the characters a chance to breathe. Because in the space of, like, 5 minutes, you can't really have a whole story arc or something like that. It's not... Something needs to be fixed. So while I may come off like I'm just criticizing, no compliments whatsoever. It's only because I want you to create a better product. Because, you know, the Yu-Gi-Oh fan community, we have a lot of shows and simultaneously not a lot of shows. So at the end of the day, all we want is a good product. So as long as this thing can improve, that can be the case. And, you know, I'm just trying to do what I can to give you some ideas of, like, what to do from here. So yeah, these things just need to be ironed out, so I figured I'd just add this in. Like, I've been mocking a lot, but that's because I just want to see this thing get better and have more good Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan shows, because otherwise we're just talking about, like, the same 3 fan shows over and over again, and that's not that great, you know, there's always that franchise, like, people only talk about, like, 3 shows of it or something like that, or, like, some episodes we only talk about. I want there to be more to talk about, so the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and we need to just say what wheel that is in order for there to be improvements in the future and hopefully more stuff to come from. And hopefully the universe between you two goes on to create better things. So I guess we'll have to find out more about that in the future. But yeah, just want to throw that in there. Best of luck between you two, and I wish you nothing but the best. Well, that was Yu-Gi-Oh! I forgot the name already. That was Yu-Gi-Oh! Supreme Generations. Apparently it's their Season 0, and there's going to be more to come in future, so if you want to check that stuff out in the future, go check out Shining Magia's channel, link in the description below as always. And I guess, with all that said, I guess all I can really say is, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, hope to see all of you next time. Later.